Let's take you back to Verulam outside Durban, where search and rescue operations for those still missing in the temple collapse are underway. 2 have died and 8 are injured. Newzroom Afrika's Silethiwe Ndlovu is at the scene and joins us now live again with more details. Good morning once again, Silethiwe. How much more do we know about this particular incident?
Well, the search and rescue teams that are here state that they are continuing with those efforts to retrieve those people that are still entrapped. I'm actually going to bring in someone from IPSS, Samantha, Meyrick, who's going to speak to us about the efforts. And I want to go back to yesterday's efforts before I get to what we are seeing now today. Just take us through the efforts coming from the search and rescue teams to try and retrieve those people that are entrapped.
It's been an extremely difficult site to work on. It is on the side of a very steep embankment. You know, a lot of the structure is still unstable. You know, but teams are working extremely under very difficult situations, and it's a very small enclosed space they are trying to access to get to those entrapped beneath the rubble. You know, there's teams from various organizations working tirelessly to try and get through. You know, it's very tough up there.
I'm sure. I think I want you to try and describe the area for some of our viewers that are not, or even just the family members. And I say this because I know I spoke to a family member just a couple of minutes ago who states that she's yet to receive information or an update in terms of what's actually happening. So just describe the area in terms of the difficulty that you're facing. We saw concrete, we saw planks. Just describe the area for us.
You know, the area where, you know, those that are still entrapped is a massive concrete slab that they are having to get through. It's a reinforced concrete slab, and it's very difficult to get through it. They are using various means of tools. They are trying from different directions, just, you know, trying to get in there to bring closures for these families and recover those trapped.
You talk about closure, and my next question is, please confirm the number of people that are confirmed as deceased at this point.
I believe the last official report is 1. They do believe they can see more under the wreckage, but, you know, we haven't been able to get close enough to confirm anything as yet.
They can see more that are deceased, or they can see more that are still responding to comms?
We suspect they are deceased. We're receiving no indication of life, sadly. But, you know, that doesn't, you know, change the efforts that are undergoing up there. They are working tirelessly to get through to them.
I believe IPSS had stated that there's 2 people that are deceased.
Yeah, like I said, you know, we can see more than 1 person. They are showing no signs of life, so we are expecting the worst at this stage.
And of course, it's not just the area that you're working on that's a difficulty at this particular moment. I'm looking at the weather. It is starting to rain this side. But just speak to us about those efforts that you will be putting in place to ensure that the families do find closure.
You know, the teams have, they've been here since 5 a.m. working tirelessly. They're going to continue working throughout the day as long as the weather holds. We are expecting some rain later. As to the amount of rain, we're not too sure as yet. I mean, even though we are expecting rain, it is overcast. It's extremely hot and humid up there. So yeah, like I said, it's tough up there, but, you know, it's not changing the effort that's been put in.
And maybe just a last one on my side. There's a number of worried family members, very, very worried family members. I'm sure you understand, you've seen the situation from up there. Is there anyone that is communicating with those family members? And I ask this because the media has been having quite a bit of trouble this morning with accessing the area. They told us that the only way that they've been able to get updates is through the media and through the reports that we've been giving. They are unable to get that information from up there. So is there anyone perhaps that has been assigned to speak to the family?
I cannot speak to that. Unfortunately, you know, from our side, I can't make any official statements. I do believe I did see representatives from KZN Disaster Management. So I do believe they're usually pretty good at dealing with the families and giving them updates. You know, for the teams on the ground, their focus is, you know, getting through to those entrapped. And, you know, often for us, you know, updating families falls on the wayside because that's not our focus.
Samantha, thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much. I'm going to let her go there, Masechaba, because, of course, we understand she's one of the people that are assisting with that search. But we understand from that conversation, IPSS stating that they are here to assist with the search and rescue. We're told that they can see those people that are entrapped. Unfortunately, they are not responding, but a number of family members stating that they are yet to receive a formal update in terms of what is actually happening on site. You'll remember we've been moved about 3 times just this morning. We've been trying to access the area, but unfortunately we're having a really hard time. Now, there's a lot of questions at this point regarding why the owners of the property don't want us on that particular land. Of course, the Minister of Public Works and Infrastructure, Dean McPherson, will be here with a number of officials, and perhaps we'll get a better sense in terms of what is actually happening up there. You remember yesterday it was reported by the eThekwini municipality that it seems as if there were no building plans that were approved. No certainty as yet if that could be one of the reasons why they don't want us on the property. But what we can confirm is that the search and rescue efforts are continuing. IPSS once again saying that there's one person that is deceased that they can confirm. The others that they can see are no longer responding to comms, so they are suspecting that those people are now deceased.
Thanks very much, Silethiwe Ndlovu, coming to us live from Durban.